Computer is partially right. We are making a calculator. Except ours looks like this. It has the basic functions of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And the best bit is you get to make it yourself. And no, we won't be using it to cheat in mental maths. So let's get down to business. There are only three main components for this. We'll need an LCD screen, a 4x4 keypad, and a 10k ohm potentiometer. A potentiometer is a resistor that you can change by twisting the knob. Oh, and of course, you'll need your breadboard and some wires. Now onto the circuit diagram. Let's start with the keypad. It has 8 pins sticking out of it. These 8 pins represent 4 rows and 4 columns. I'm going to branch these out on our diagram. These pins are going to be plugged in from D12 all the way down to D5. And that's the keypad done. The keypad is the easiest part of this, so you should plug this in at the end rather than the beginning to keep things neat. Next, taking the LCD screen, we're going to plug in 12 out of 16 pins. The first pin on the right, VSS, is connected to ground. The next, VDD, goes to 5 volts. These two pins are responsible for powering the screen. Then comes the hardest bit, the potentiometer. This will control the contrast of the screen. One end has to be connected to ground and the other to 5 volts. You may use a different kind of potentiometer, but wire it up the same way. And the rest is easy peasy. You simply connect the screen wires to the following: RS to A0, RW to ground, E to A1, D4 to D13, D5 to D2, D6 to D3, D7 to D4, A to 5 volts, and K to ground. You can also use the following digital pin layout of this. So on to assembly! First we're going to branch out the ground and the 5 volts. The wires for the screen can get messy and complicated, so be mindful of how you lay out the screen. I've decided to put mine on a box. Let's start with assembling the wires on the right side. Start with plugging in VSS into ground and VDD into 5 volts. Then stick in the potentiometer and put 5 volts on one end of it. And ground on the other end. Then we want to connect V out into the middle. Next, RS will connect with A0 and RW with ground. Finally, E will go into A1 and we're done with the right hand side of the screen. Now onto the second half. D4 from the screen will connect with D13, D5 from the screen will connect with D2, D6 from the screen will connect with D3 and D7 with D4. Finally, we'll get A to go into 5 volts and K to go into ground. And that's the LCD screen done. Now on to the keypad. The pins D12 to D5 go from left to right. So we're going to carefully plug them in like this. And boom! The hardware work is complete. Connect the Arduino to the laptop USB port. Find the monster cave and open up the calculator code. Click Verify to compile it, and then upload it. And everything is ready, so let's test this out. If you're having trouble seeing the screen clearly, adjust the potentiometer by twisting the knob. This will alter the contrast of the letters and numbers on the screen. Twist it until it's just right, and your calculator should be perfect. That's all for today, guys. Monster out.